We all have a ton of biases that we bring to work every day. And one that is being triggered a lot now that we're moving into this hybrid work world is distance bias. First of all, what is distance bias? Distance bias is basically out of sight, out of mind. It's this tendency for us to gravitate towards those who are closer in distance or time to us or to our decisions. So the more often we see someone in person, the more likely we are to see them as promotable, competent, productive, all of the positive things that we want out of someone at work. In one study from Stanford in 2015, they were studying call center employees and they randomly assigned half of them to work from home and the others to work from the office. What they found was that home working actually led to a 13% performance increase as far as less sick days, more calls per minute. So 13% increase in performance. They also found that people who worked from home were more satisfied at work. Their turnover was reduced in half. But what they found was that the promotional rate actually fell for those who were working from home. They did not get promoted to more senior positions as often as the others. So this distance bias is real and it will cause you to actually make bad decisions. So a couple of things to think about trying. First of all, make sure managers are aware of it. The more you know, the more you can do. So make sure people are aware that this is a real thing that our brains do. It is not because you're a bad person that you're doing it. It is not because you are traditionally minded and not progressive. It is just your brain at work. Secondly, managers, guess what? It's probably not best for you to be in the office all the time. I know that sounds counter to what you might think, but put yourself in the remote world more often than not so that you are equalizing your relationship with everyone. And then thirdly, if you are in the office and having some casual run-ins with people, make sure you are intentionally upping the amount of time you are spending with those who are remote. So you might need to have more frequent one-to-one discussions with them, even if they're just casual check-ins. You might want to set some kind of water cooler time just for those remote workers or remote and in-office workers so you can build those relationships with them. Make sure that you're being intentional about that time with those off-site people because they're not getting those casual, informal check-ins. And then finally, you might want to pair people up in office and remote workers so that they are building relationships too, so that when projects come up and people are thinking, who can help me with this? They have insight into those people who are off-site as well. So there's 4 ways that you can overcome some of this distance bias. It's a real thing. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell so that you get my newest videos all about reinventing work and making work awesome no matter what your job is.